In the last episode, we went through the Clionadh Jewel Multichromes and Glitter Multichromes, comparing them with Pat McGrath baked shades. Today, we will go through all the other finishes, and don't forget to download the buying guide that I prepared for you, and please subscribe to my channel. Let's go ahead to discuss all the other finishes of the Clionadh stained glass collection, including the new shades. Then we have the Vibrant Multichrome. I now only have this one, that is Lineage. This is very nice. I used to have Ripple, that is another aqua shade from this Glitter Multichrome line, and I prefer this one. It's again an aqua, but the pink shift is very evident and I like that. It's less obvious. You see how it shifts pink? These Vibrant Multichromes are, to be honest, they are like Iridescent Multichrome. You see the pink shift with a colored base. So in my opinion, you can skip these and buy the Iridescent Multichromes, that I mean these whitish shades, and then use as a base the base that you want. You will get the same effect. So this is my opinion. This shade, however, is I really like the effect, and because it also has some gold, and with the cool base, fresh minty base, is quite unique. And for this reason I kept it in my collection. But I decluttered Cartier, and it was a green one, and Throne, that was the yellow one, and they all had this pink shift. So yeah, they were quite redundant. I used to have Royalty, but I think it was reddish compared to Regal, and chunkier compared to this one, although it was still in the Vibrant Multichrome category, and for that reason I decluttered it, because I don't like reddish tone, and so I decided to keep the coolest of the two, that is Regal. Then let's go to the Hybrid Multichromes. I have again one shade, that is this one, and it's called the Kalish. Hybrid Multichrome. Why they are hybrid? Because they are meant to be a hybrid between the jeweled multichromes and the glitter multichromes. They are shifty with glitter. I have this shade because in the past I purchased a bunch of golds from this stained glass, corrosion, ornamental, and ochre, but this was my favorite, so I kept only this one. And yeah, it happened to be an hybrid multichrome, but to be honest, I don't see here shift at all. So it's only a pretty gold with glitters. I like it and kept it, but not a must-have in my opinion. Then let's go to the deep iridescent multichromes. Now I used to have all of them. Now they are releasing 7 new shades. I have 2 of them. I have this one, that is burnt sienna. So I used to have all of them. They used to be 5. There was a yellow called ochre, but I didn't like that the shift towards lime green, and that's why I decluttered it. There was this one, that's burnt sienna, that I'll show you. And it's orange shifting peach, you know, peach orange. There was vermilion that was very close to blaze, and yeah, for that reason I kept the blaze. I already have a Pat McGrath dupe, so I didn't want other dupes. There was azure that, yeah, I liked it, but it was very close to another shade by Pat McGrath that was in the Subversive palette number 3, the blue baked shade in the Mothership 3. too close, so I decluttered it. And then there was a Vert. It's amazing. It's amazing. So that's why every time I say I want to declutter, then I say, oh, no, this is too pretty. This is very shifty because it goes from green to purple. So it's purple, blue and green. These are very nice. Again, they are quite pigmented, not the sheerness elegance of Pat McGrath. So from top to bottom we see Lineage, Vibrant Multichrome, Kalish, Hybrid Multichrome, Burnt Sienna, Deep Iridescent Multichrome, and Vert, Deep Iridescent Multichrome in direct sunlight. You see how beautiful Lineage is, the top one. Kalish doesn't, the second one from the top, it doesn't shift a lot. It's more a duochrome with a brown base and golden glitters, and that's it, while the other ones are shifty. See now our Lineage is lemon yellow with the green underneath, and see how purple is Vert, that is the bottom swatch, and Burnt Sienna is gold, and even Kalish, you see, is that taupey brown. You know, they've changed. Then it's the turn for the Pastel Multichromes, and I only have this one. I haven't ordered any other one. This is Cathedral, and let me show you the name written. I haven't used it much, but it's very wearable because it's a taupe. It may be my favorite color. It's just that with the work from home I haven't really used them much. Let me show you. And I'm glad that from what I've seen, they are releasing more neutral shades like this. This is a taupe with a pink shift. I have to say, maybe it's a more muted version without the green of that Weld shade. Let's do a comparison. Not so much, but maybe with other lighting, because with these multichromes you never tell what they look like. They change color, so they are, oh, you see how the pink that is close to this one, so this is much straightforward, easier to use because it doesn't change color, and I haven't noticed any shift here, so I don't know why they called it Pastel Multichrome, but in real life you will only see this color. Then Glitter Vibrant Multichromes. It used to be only Regal, that is this shade, is much glittery, you see, this is Regal, and now they are adding other 5 new shades. So Regal is a very nice blue with so it's a purple blue with these multicolored glitters. It's called the Glitter Vibrant Multichromes. So the Vibrant Multichromes were these ones, and this may be the chunkier version. It's very nice shade. It's a very nice shade. It's a chunky, like for example the Pat McGrath chunkier shade of the Utopian Dream palette, just to give you a reference. very complex shade. Then we have the Iridescent Multichromes Series 1. These are the low-cost ones, and I think I have only this one at this point, that is ambient. And I really like it because it's a green pink. Let me put it here. It's very subtle, so it's wearable, but the subtleness is the reason why I declutter almost all of these. Nowadays I would go for the Iridescent Multichromes Series 2 instead of this Series 1. These are nice but a bit outdated. They remind me of, you remember Anastasia Moonchild palette, you know, this kind of subtleness that I don't like it. I like subtle shade, but I like more transparent shades. But this is opaque but subtle. But this, it was still unique because it's a mint green shade with the pink shift. But it's not a multichrome for me. It's a simple duochrome and it's very subtle. So a bit outdated. I don't recommend these shades. This series, Iridescent Multichromes Series 1. Let's go to Iridescent Multichromes Series 2, and here they are introducing two new shades that they are very attractive. I used to have, if not all of them, most of them, but the problem with this is that there are some that are kind of look the same, and sometimes the shift was too much for my liking. I simply didn't want so many options. I kept only the ones that I think are the best ones, and it's this one called Chromatic. This has a peach shift, you see, you can tell it's a peach shift. And I used to have also Aloe. Aloe is very similar to this, but it has a stronger orange shift. You see how beautiful it is, but with a brighter orange it was too indie for me. So I kept this one. They were close, so I don't believe you need both of them, but Chromatic is very classy. For me, is a multichrome that you can have at the office because it's subtle but not as dull as the Series 1. You see how more beautiful is the Series 2, and they are more expensive than these. I have Ray. You see it's pink. And this is Ray. This is quite strong. Again, I may consider to declutter it. Not sure. I like that it's blue and pink. And then I have UV. And this, I don't know if I will keep it or declutter in the future, because the reason is that with the new Isameya palette, there's a shade that is quite similar to this, so if I keep that palette, there's no reason to keep this as well. Let me compare, let me do some comparisons. So Chromatic, Ray, and UV. These three are all Iridescent Multichromes Series 2, while this one is ambient and is Iridescent Multichrome from Series 1. This was released when the stained glass collection was released in 2019. There was only the Series 1, and then maybe a year later they introduced Series 2, and I think it's worth going directly to the Series 2. Let me show you how close is this compared to enamel. You see, enamel, that is a glitter multichrome, is less sheer than this and is cooler in tone, and that's the reason why I kept the two of them. I wish this was bluer, honestly. The two orange shades, this one and this one, from the Divine Rose 2, are these two, can be compared next to Chromatic. You see, These are another finish where these shades are less glittery than these baked shades by Pat McGrath. Then I think what it makes sense to compare with Ray is this pink shifty shade from Divine Rose 1 palette. Yeah, this is a warmer of a pink, this is Ray, and this is Pat McGrath. But they are close in the type of formula, because this is smoother, is not the glitter baked shade like this one. And for the other shades I don't have comparisons. Maybe from Utopian Dream palette from Pat McGrath. Still this one, you know, this is as a base, this is a base color, and this does not have any base. This is UV, and that's it. This is pretty much what I have. I swatched everything, and let me show you in different lighting the latest swatches. Direct sunlight, you see that cathedral at the top that is switching to gold. So it actually is a multichrome because it shifts from gold to pink. You see the third shade from the top, that is that regal, is very nice. It's a complex. I see complexity in the glitters. The Iridescent Multichrome glitter type, I used to have glow, glimmer. I used to have 4 or 5 of these. These are like this one, so they are white in the appearance, and they were more glittery compared to these Iridescent Multichromes. What I didn't like was the glitter was not plastic, was with mica, but I didn't like them. I didn't like the effect on the eyes because they were chunkier, but not in a good way. So I decluttered them. I didn't like the finish. And I think I've talked about all the finishes, with the exception of those Iridescent Multichromes glitter type. I have all the other finishes that are currently available. This is my selection and is also my recommendation, of course, because this is my curated collection. I would also recommend other shades from these existing finishes that I don't have just because I have other dupes, so I didn't want too many redundant shades in my curated collection. So let's proceed this way. I will discuss now the new finishes, and I will make another video where I'll go through the swatches, the official swatches from Clionadh Cosmetics, and I will make a list of my favorite. I would recommend to see the swatches of the new shades from Millie's channel. She does an incredible job with the multichromes, showing differences and comparison, and she received all the 54 new shades from Clionadh. So go check her video for the swatches of the new shades. And let's focus on the new finishes. There are 3 new finishes that will be introduced on August 8. One is the Pearlescent Multichromes, and there will be 4 colors. Then the Electric Multichromes, and these are 12 new shades. And finally the Heart Vibrant Multichromes, 11 pieces. I won't purchase them right now, but in the future I may pick a few pieces from these, because these are wearable multichromes, so more in the line of the Pastel Multichromes like these, and it's a great way to wear funny shades without being too much. So we will stop here today, and don't forget to download the buying guide where I listed all the finishes and categorized all the shades based on the finish, so you have a clear picture of all the Clionadh stained glass collection offering. And stay tuned for my next video. I will give you my take, what I would pick and what I would skip from the Clionadh new shades and also from the existing shades. Bye bye!